Now there's underground tunnels everywhere. I mean, you can just look it up. There's underground tunnels under every city, under all of everything. They're just thousands and thousands and thousands of miles of underground tunnels underneath pretty much the whole world. Now, if you Google this, you'll find it. You'll find, if you YouTube it or TikTok it, whatever. There are people going into tunnels constantly, going under sewer systems, just tunnels and tunnels forever. Endless tunnels. My question is, honestly, now that we know, because we're taking a deeper look at the buildings, and we're starting to realize that maybe we didn't actually build a lot of these buildings. When you find the dates of the buildings, you realize the buildings were put up in 1 year in crazy areas, and it just gets crazy. Our history gets crazy. But really where it gets crazy for me is the tunnels, because who built these tunnels? Underneath California, there's massive, massive tunnel systems, like incredibly massive tunnel systems. And they said they were built during the Prohibition era. But, I mean, come on, Prohibition wasn't that long. So you're building these incredibly humongous, huge tunnel systems in pretty short amounts of time for something that didn't last that long. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe these tunnels were already built. And if they were already built, in that case, what's happening here? Because how do you dig? Honestly, there are, throughout the whole world, hundreds of thousands of miles of tunnels, maybe more than that, all over. How are you digging this with no tools? How are people digging these things? What is going on here with the tunnel systems? What if, and this gets crazy, but every ancient civilization depicts some sort of thing, okay? Whether they're Nephilim or demons or angels or freaking whatever, aliens, doesn't matter, but there's always, in every creation story, every culture in the whole world, there's always some sort of entities, okay? And usually they're coming from some sort of abyss or a underworld or a Hades or a hell or whatever, okay? Now, in a lot of cases, the abyss, the definition for the word abyss is watery, a watery underplace or something. So abyss is water. They're talking about water, okay? However, I think underground they might be coming from underground. If they're these lizard-like people or lizard-like Anunnaki type deals, who knows what they are? Whatever, who knows? But who also knows who's running the world? Who knows who's running the world? Really, do we really know who's behind all of this stuff? Do we really know it? I mean, I can sit here and tell you that there's such a thing called the Council of Nine, and it's ancient Roman council of 9 people that controlled the world, and that there are 9 feathers on a tail feather of the eagle on a American $1 bill. And I can tell you all this stuff about symbolism. I wrote a 500-page book on symbolism. I can tell you a lot about it, but I can't tell you what we're dealing with here, and nobody can. Who is controlling it all? Where are they coming from? Where did they come from? What is happening? Where do they live when they're not here? Are they always here? What's going on? I'm pretty positive they're not coming from another planet, because we can look through our telescopes and cameras and see that planets are obviously not what we're told they are. All right, nobody's living on Mars or ever has. So it's not a solid object you can go to and live there. So it's very, very interesting. What if these things are underground? What if they built the tunnel systems? What if the reason why, like the oil industry, because it's kind of evil, right? They suck the oil out of the ground, it kills the earth. What if those people, and those are like the most powerful families in the world originally, that's where all that money came from. It's like oil money, railroad money, all that old money. What if they are the lizard people? You know, and that's how they even knew about oil in the first place, because they were from underground and they lived there, and they knew it. They lived with the oil, so they knew it would do what it would do. They knew they would be able to make a profit with it. They knew they would be able to also destroy the world with it at the same time. What if that's what it is? What if all the tunnels, that's why there's hundreds of thousands of miles of tunnel system all underneath the whole world, because the lizard people dug them. And I know some people I might have lost some people right now talking about this, but I honestly, it's interesting because the more you learn, the more you realize that pretty much anything is up for grabs. Really. That's what you get to. But, you know, this is entertainment and satire. But if you do want to learn about symbolism and hear more, entertainment and satire, that is, follow me at withthesun33.com. That's my own website that I had to make because I get banned so much, which is ridiculous. You know, I'm trying to talk and have fun and teach people some things and enjoy life. I keep getting cut down. They don't allow me to monetize. They don't allow me to make money on any of these things. So if you want to support me, go to my website. You can buy my book. That'll support me. And you can read an awesome book and hopefully learn something. But if you're not going to learn anything, you can, because you already know it, you can support me that way. I love you all. Entertainment and satire.